expressed my love for the Donkey Kong Country series a lot on this channel. As you can see, there is another Kong though that is easily just as famous as DK, and with that, we have King Kong. Does he have his own game? Yup, he sure does. And let me tell you this thing sucks. Although I'm pretty sure most of you already knew that. My good buddy, Random Bystander here, made a video about this game, and it was a very, very, very good video. Go check it out, it's in the description. And it made me feel bad for everyone who bought this game. One of those people was my good friend, Erica, and she told me about how much it sucked. Then combined with Random's video, I just had to see what was going on with this game for myself. So, I borrowed Erica's copy, booted it up on my Nintendo Switch, and I put it down after I beat the second boss. Yeah, if you make me put down a video game after the second boss, yeah, that's pretty bad. Whenever I play these games, I at least try to get through the entire game before passing judgment. Not this time! Judgment came all too quickly for this Kong. Not gonna lie here, after I put down the game about a month and a half ago, I've been making this video, but I had other stuff to do. Anyway, strap in, folks, this is gonna be a long one. Rise of Kong, Skull Island came out on the Switch on October 17th, 2023, and it very quickly became one of the Switch's most hated video games, for one reason or another. Even when I watched the trailer for this game, I kinda knew that this game was in trouble, because it looked like one big jumbled mess. Like, look at this! They didn't even animate the dinosaur! It's just a still PNG! Yeah, if they were that lazy, I was pretty scared for what's to come. You open up the game, and you're greeted with Kong looking at Skull Mountain, and wow-wee, this thing looks bad! And this is just the title screen! The details are literally glitching out! They legit just said, adios bro, I got a vacation to go to. Already not looking good for this Kong. But hey, a rough start doesn't always mean it's bad. Let's just continue on and...
Stories of kings told by the oppressed and...
Excuse you, I didn't ask for an old woman to narrate a story. I just want to play as Curious George's distant older cousin, thank you. Anyway, you get through the narration, which is really unbearably long, and you get to play as... this guy! Ugh. Why does he look like that? Why are these designs so weird? Yeah. That legit looks like someone took a clay ball, slapped some ape fur on it, and called it a day. I mean, we're talking they must have went, yup, use the most scuffed and mute as hell looking character design we got. It's King Kong, the Wrestlesaurus Self-Out. We're on a schedule here, huh? Well, I got some news for you, head honcho. That ain't gonna fly for me. But then again, it's probably fine. Now let's try and see what the controls are. Okay, I'm definitely gonna need a pen and paper for this. Okay, they literally just shook the camera there. That's just being lazy. Uh-oh. I honestly just sat down for 30 minutes trying to figure out the controls while there's a dinosaur yelling about. And that was a nightmare on its own. But it was better than listening to these little annoying pop-ups that made me mad every time I saw them. Like, game! I want to just play the game and find out for myself. How do I turn these off? Then there's this gem of a map that doesn't even tell you where the heck you are. It's useless as frick, I'm not gonna lie. I got lost so many times, there isn't even a marker to tell you where the heck you are. Yeah, that ain't looking good, but that's a future Embur dilemma. Wanna know the worst part about this prologue? Trying to climb these stupid vines. Yeah, me and vines have a long time rivalry. Mainly because of the dumb camera, but again, that's a future Embur dilemma to discuss. Or yell about. Then there's these little dinosaur boys. Yeah, don't be fooled by their non-existent cuteness, they want to eat you for lunch. You gotta wail on them until they die, and then continue on your quest to find the father and son before they become the next meal. But, unfortunately, the mother's help couldn't come fast enough. As she exits the jungle, she sees her husband and her son being attacked by a giant death-wearing dinosaur known as Gaw. Not gonna lie, he's also pretty scary. Although, these gorillas seem to be way past their prime, and Ga easily takes out the father. Now it's the mother's duty to protect her son, and she charges in with everything she has. No fear, just the primal instinct to protect her baby. And she basically sacrifices herself for her son to get away. And he does, but not without a giant cost. Now, all alone, the last of his kind, on an island that shows no mercy, with many dinosaurs and other prehistoric beasts around looking for their next meal, and a drive for revenge, this is where King Kong's story finally begins. After that prologue, you now get to play as King Kong himself, exploring this, horrendous looking jungle. Like, look at this! Ugh! Looks kinda like puke! I'm not even kidding! At least King Kong looks ever so slightly better. I don't know. Plus, what bothers me the most other than this weirdo straw and spaghetti art jungle, there is no background music at all. Just jungle ambience noises that made me on edge for every single time I moved around. One thing is for sure, this ain't Donkey Kong, and he sure don't got his tunes like they do in the country games. Like, do a comparison real quick. Now, one thing I really want to quickly tap on, you can get lost incredibly easily. Like, it's so stupid easy to get lost that I ended up scribbling down a map for myself to use because of this. And I thought the prologue map was bad, but this one takes the whole dang cake for the worst map I've ever seen in a video game. Like, how did the devs mess this up this badly? Moving on from the whole map situation and onto the camera. Man, I thought that Super Mario Sunshine's camera was tacky at times, but this one here smashed sometimes problems with a tree trunk and made it worse in every singular way possible. Some of it made me genuinely motion sick and I had to put it down for a bit. Yeah, it was that bad with the camera. I genuinely have not seen a camera this bad since, well, ever, to be honest. Mario Sunshine's camera was tolerable, but this, I have no words for it. After maybe 45 minutes of struggle, I finally made it to the first mini-boss segment, and I found this doofus. Like, is this crab a psychic? He's just taking every opening he sees! Plus his little minions are also no joke. They are ankle biters, that's for sure. They're the masters of chip damage. With these little dudes by the crab's side, they can take out Kong quickly. And don't even think about running away because this arena has invisible walls. AKA one of the most annoying battle mechanics that exists on the face of the planet. Not only that, it also auto-saves. Which means if you die, you have to do this thing all over again, leaving you in an endless loop of swinging left and right hooks at this dude until he dies. It took me 17 tries before I finally dropped Mr. Krabs, and even then I was wondering, is this game really worth it? My answer at the time, on someone who wasn't sleeping well and was running off of water, and among other things, maybe some bananas thrown in there, abso-frickin-lutely it was still worth it. I genuinely still wanted to give this game a fighting chance. After a while of destroying dinosaurs, eating a purple plant, and overall being bored, then you finally get to the first boss. The Earth Gigia, or a big-ass worm as I like to call it. At this point, this thing is entirely new. We've fought land dwellers like dinosaurs and crabs, but this is a worm. Surely this boss will need a more unique strat than just swinging left and right. Maybe this is an opportunity to see what this big gorilla is capable of. Scratch that. You just use the same strategy as always. You just beat him down until he croaks. Yeah, this boss fight was lackluster at best. Well, it's been the best fight so far, but then again, it's the boss of the first area. Of course it's gonna be better. Well, we finally beat this area. We could put spaghetti, really horrible looking jungle art area away from us. Now we gotta go to the next, which, oh my gosh. Forest, swampy, poison land spaghetti art.
Wowee, how amazing!
The sarcasm runs deep.
Yeah, the level design got
Significantly worse. Oh hey, crabs! Time to wail on you again! Yeah, the next level is very similar to the first one. Wail on crabs and dinos, do random tasks that King Kong decides that he needs to do and is worth his time, and to top it off, fight another boss. There's legit nothing new to this area other than the boss is harder, and so are the other enemies, and terrain looks like purple poison puke. Now, that's when I decided I was going to throw in the towel after I beat the second boss, which I did on the first try. I just couldn't devote one more second to this horrible game, let alone one more minute, one more hour of walking around aimlessly. Rise of Kong is not worth $30. Hell, not even $20 or even $15. This game is just not worth it. The game is unfinished, ugly, boring, clunky, near impossible to navigate. Combat is annoyingly hard, and I can't devote any more time to it. The fact that Iguanabee, the company that made this game, turned one of entertainment's most amazing, well-known, marketable apes, turned them into meme material, and also somehow messed up the fact that it's King Kong! How did you make it this bad? Like, Erica over here is a King Kong fanatic. And when I got a text saying, "Hey, Embur, relieve me of my King Kong duties," that was the first red flag. But my optimistic ass decided, yep, we're just gonna play the game and drop it after the second boss. I won't lie, when I heard about the reviews, the countless people talking about it, and even Erica and random telling me, "Embur, don't buy this game," I still borrowed Erica's copy, and I'm not gonna lie, I threw it back at Erica when I was done. Oh gosh, I'm laughing because this is pain. I just had to find out for myself how bad this was. And oh boy, this will live in my head rent-free for the rest of my life. I found out, and Erica's game of the Forbidden Shelf of Games now has its first casualty. Skull Island, Rise of Kong. Hello there, you insane, amazing people! Yeah, I hope you enjoyed me ranting about a gorilla for about almost 13 minutes, oh my gosh. Anyway, yeah, I was making this video for quite some time, and honestly, I am so glad I have not touched King Kong ever since, because that game is atrocious. I really should have heeded Random's warning, and Erica's, and many other YouTube friends of mine, and not played this game, but meh, I'm a penchant for mischief. I had to find out for myself. So with that out of the way, thank you to Maurice, who did the amazing art. Like, look at this goofy little dude. Like, honestly, I love the way King Kong looks in the thumbnail. Definitely better than what they did in the game. Also, huge thank you to Random and my good friend Erica for warning me about the insanely bad game that I still played anyway, because I'm a penchant for mischief and I didn't heed their warnings. I will next time, though. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe if you haven't already. And with that out of the way, peace out, have a good night, or afternoon, or morning, or wherever the heck you are in the world. Toodaloo!